Good evening, everyone. Welcome to tonight's meeting. City of Anamosa City Council Agenda Regular Session, Monday, May 8th, 2023, 6 p.m. Anamosa Library and Learning Center. 1.0 roll call.
Crump,
Here.
Smith. Here. Tukin.
Here.
Zumba,
Here.
Stout,
Here.
Calvert,
Here.
Note all council members are present in chambers. 2.0 Pledge of Allegiance.
Of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
3.0 motion to approve the minutes from the following meeting. 3.1 April 24th, 2023 regular session. Move to approve.
Second.
Motion by Alan, second by Jeff. Any discussion on the minutes as they were submitted? Penny, would you please conduct a roll vote?
yes, Smith.
Yeah.
Tukin,
Yes.
Zumba,
Yes.
Stout,
Yes.
Calvert,
Yes.
Crump,
Yes.
Motion to approve carried unanimously. 4.0 public hearings. 4.1 public hearing on the proposed annual budget for fiscal year 2024. Item 1, at this time, I will open the public hearing. Item 2, proceedings. Item 3, motion to close.
Motion to close.
Second. Motion by Rich, second by Alan. Council discussion. Penny?
we will start with Tukin,
Yes.
Zumba,
Yes.
Stout,
Yes.
Calvert,
Yes.
Crump,
Yes.
Smith,
Motion to close carried unanimously. 4.2 resolution 2023-33. Adopting the fiscal year 2024 annual budget and setting levy rates. A motion by Kay, is there a second?
Second.
Second by Alan, or excuse me, Rich.
I've been called worse.
I know you.
Oh, my goodness.
Probably do it again tonight, just to keep you on your toes. Is there any council discussion? Any public comment? Benny, please.
Zumba,
Yes.
Stout,
Yes.
Calvert,
Yes.
Crump,
Yes.
Smith, Tukin,
Yes.
Motion to approve carried unanimously. 5.0 old business. 5.1 second reading of ordinance. Rezoning the property located at 108 South Davis Street from C1 Central Commercial to C2 Arterial Commercial.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion by Rich, second by Teresa. Council discussion. Public comment. There's no inquiries through City Hall. Penny, would you conduct a roll vote, please?
Stout,
Yes.
Calvert,
Yes.
Crump,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Tukin,
Yes.
Zumba,
Yes.
Motion to approve second reading carried unanimously. There's a sub item here, possible waiver of third reading.
Move to waive the third reading. Second.
Motion by Alan, second by Rich. Council discussion. Public comment. Penny, would you conduct a roll vote?
Smith,
Yes.
Tukin,
Yes.
Zumba,
Yes.
Stout,
Yes.
Calvert,
Yes.
Crump,
Yes.
Motion to approve waiving of the third reading carried unanimously. 5.2, project status update, Anamosa Police Department renovation project, Dave's complete construction, documents only. Also have any questions on the items that had been submitted? Jeremiah, do you have any follow-up?
None of my, what their visit is, so we right along, we have a couple of employees, we walked through this last week. We thought it was gonna be a minor emergency, and there was a thing was the incorrect color, but it was just fine. Good. Going through again.
5.3, review and approval, change order number 6. From Dave's Complete Construction in the amount of $1,925.59 for the Anamosa Police Station renovation project.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion by Rich, second by Kay. Council discussion. Public comment. Penny, please.
Tukin,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Crump,
Yes.
Gumbert,
Yes.
Stout,
Yes.
Zumba,
Yes.
Motion to approve carried unanimous. 5.4, review and approval, pay request number 6 from Dave's Complete Construction in the amount of $132,219.93 for the Anamosa Police Station renovation project.
Second.
Motion by Kay, second by Allen. Council discussion. Public comment. Penny?
Crump,
Yes.
Gumbert,
Yes.
Stout,
Yes.
Zumba,
Yes.
Tukin,
Yes.
Smith,
Motion to approve carried unanimous. 5.5, review and approval. Change order number 5 from Shive Hattery in the amount of $3,868.06 for the Anamosa Fire Station Addition project.
Where are we at with this? Are they about done?
Yes, got word today, actually, we're beginning to talk to the fire chief, we may have a substantial completion. It's tomorrow.
This is the last bill we're gonna be looking at then?
No, we will have just a few more, depending on how the substantial completion bill is and, so forth.
Yeah.
At the end of time.
Me too.
Leon, could you come up, please?
So, question is, this is for the GFIs, correct?
Yeah, it's both. I attached in here, but.
Yeah,
Yes.
so is this, are we paying half of this 3,800? Because they said they were gonna pay 50%. Or are we, is this our 50%?
This is, I believe this is our 50%, so this was. Let me double check. I think this is. Specified in documentation. The total cost of the work was.
Yeah, because I didn't see that. It looked like it was the total to me, but I couldn't tell.
Dan, could you shed any light on it?
Dan Frank, Fire Chief. I'm trying to pull up that document on my phone here and it's not pulling up yet. I'm not for sure about what that change order was for, because that was, but if you guys could see, I think the date was back in March 3rd or something. And I can't
Well,
recall.
Yeah,
This invoice for this, the matches up to this amount says October 13th, 2022. The matches up to this amount, right?
So I don't know for sure what that was for. But today they did a walkthrough. I wasn't able to make it, but Chris Minor, the assistant chief, was able to. Either tonight or first thing in the morning, Shive will sign off on substantial completion. So we can officially occupy the space. There is a couple punch list items left to be completed, but we've hit that milestone. It's substantial completion.
So they have done a walkthrough or they will do?
They did a walkthrough today.
They did today.
Yes. So when I was told either tonight or tomorrow morning, Shive's representative will sign off on the substantial completion.
Well, as far as item 5.5, I'm in agreement with Rich. I think he raises a valid question. Is this the 50%? I know we've delayed payment to Shive, so in the past, so this shouldn't be a newsflash to them. I would suggest that we delay approval of this.
Move to table till we get more information.
I'll second that.
Motion by Alan, second by Rich to table and hit the pause button. Any other discussion from council?
Dan, I do have one question. Did they get that exhaust working properly? That you were talking about?
Yes, and that's the big threshold milestone for today was that it was up and running. So. They had a guy there testing it again here today. He thought one fan maybe had been put in backwards, but everything was working, so they were gonna check on that, but Shive didn't say that would hold up substantial completion.
Okay.
Is there any public comment? Penny, would you conduct a roll vote?
Yes.
On tabling of 5.5?
Gilbert,
Yes.
Stout,
Yes.
Zumba,
Yes.
Tukin,
Yes.
Smith, Crump.
Yes.
Motion to approve tabling carried unanimously. 5.6, review and approval. Pay request number 11 from Shive Hattery in the amount of $10,759.78 for the Anamosa Fire Station Addition Project.
So this is part of the additional contract that we just approved, but this is for the first 3 months, correct?
Yes, through October 7th, last year.
Not through March 31st?
The second page. So the first page attached is the services provided through October 7th, 2022. 3,868. The second page is the services through March 31st for 10,759. Did I forget one on there?
Well, I'm not sure that we're maybe in the right sequence on some of this stuff.
So as it reads, in a year's time, there's only like $7,000 additional cost. Is that? Because you said the first one's through March of 22
Well, the
or October of 22.
first one, the one for 3,000,
Oh, that's the last item.
Well, the 3,868.06, and I might be wrong on this, looks to me like that's their bill. The change order from Delancey looks like it would have been for either 3,190 or 2,772. And so there's actually two bills from Shy, one for 3,868.06 and one for 10,759.78.
But the 3,868.06, that matches up to
The
to
change
to the
order.
penny for the change order, that
Right.
Shive bill. So
Right.
that would be that one.
Yeah, that's what I'm, it looks like something might have gotten out of sync here. But I know we talked about with them about this 10,000 through the first 3 months, and then that left like $12,000 on the 22 contract.
Yes, that is correct.
We talked about that last week, so I'll move to approve the 10,759.78.
Second.
Motion by Rich, second by Alan. Further council discussion? Public comment? Penny?
Stout,
Yes.
Gumbert,
Yes.
Crump,
Yes.
Smith, Tukin,
Yes.
Zumba,
Yes.
Motion to approve carried unanimous. 5.7, review and approval, pay request number 9 from Boomerang Corporation in the amount of $268,081.13 for the Old Dubuque Road Extension Project.
Second.
Motion by Kay, second by Jeff. Further discussion? Public comment? Penny?
Zumba,
Yes.
Tukin,
Yes.
Smith, Crump,
Yes.
Gumbert,
Yes.
Stout,
Yes.
Motion to approve carried unanimous. 5.8, review and approval, pay request from Snyder and Associates in the amount of $28,633 for the US 151 grade separation and roundabout project.
Move to approve.
Second. I didn't catch the second. Brooks,
Second.
any- I have Rich on the motion and Brooke on the second. Any other discussion? Public comment? Penny?
Tukin,
Yes.
Smith, Crump,
Yes.
Gumbert,
Yes.
Stout,
Yes.
Zumba,
Yes.
Motion to approve carried unanimously. 5.9, review and approval. Pay request from Snyder and Associates in the amount of $1,862 for the wastewater treatment plant flow equalization basin project.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion by Rich, second by Teresa. Council discussion. Public comment? Penny?
Smith,
Yes.
Crump,
Yes.
Gumbert,
Yes.
Stout,
Yes.
Zumba,
Yes.
Tukin,
Yes.
Motion to approve carried unanimously. 5.10, review and approval, pay request from WHKS in the amount of $9,832.22 for the wastewater treatment facility improvements final design.
Second.
Motion by Kay, second by Rich. Further discussion? Public comment? Penny, please.
Crump,
Yes.
Gumbert,
Yes.
Stout,
Yes.
Zumba,
Yes.
Tukin,
Yes.
Smith,
Motion to approve carried unanimously. 5.11, review and approval. Pay request from HR Green in the amount of $750 for the Third Street Sidewalk Extension Project. Move to approve.
Second.
Motion by Alan, second by Rich. Council question or comments? Public comment? Penny?
Gumbert,
Yes.
Stout,
Yes.
Zumba,
Yes.
Tukin,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Crump,
Yes.
Motion to approve carried unanimously. 5.12, review and approval. Pay request from HR Green in the amount of $25,983.25 for the Cedar and Huber reconstruction project.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion by Rich, second by Kay. Council discussion. Public comment. Penny?
Stout,
Yes.
Zumba,
Yes.
Tukin,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Crump,
Yes.
Gumbert,
Yes. Motion to approve carried unanimously. 5.13, review and approval. Pay request from HR Green in the amount of $2,246 for the 2022 sidewalk program.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion by Jeff, second by Alan. Council discussion. Public comment. Penny?
Crump,
Yes.
Gumbert,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Tukin,
Yes.
Stout,
Yes.
Zumba,
Yes.
Motion to approve carried unanimously. 5.14, review and approval. Pay request from HR Green in the amount of $750 for the Third Street Sidewalk Extension Project.
Didn't we do that at 5.11?
Yes, I believe this is a error on my part and copy and pasted the same agenda item.
Skip 5.14. 5.15, review and approval. Pay requests from Connerly Construction in the amount of $19,525 for the Housing Rehabilitation Program, 115 South Garnavillo Street.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion by Alan, second by Rich. Further council discussion? Public comment? Penny?
Smith,
Yes.
Tukin,
Yes.
Zumba,
Yes.
Stout,
Yes.
Gumbert,
Yes.
Crump,
Yes.
Motion to approve carried unanimously. 6.0, new business. Resolution 2023-32, approving the appointment to the Library Board of Trustees to fill the term ending June 30th, 2026.
Move to approve.
Motion by Rich, second by Kay. Council discussion.
Is there typically like for these boards, application or it's like a one-page sheet?
So for the library board specifically, the ordinance says that for city people, so we have a board of 9, and so part of that is city people. They specifically come to council, council approves them and all of that good stuff, and then we're good to go. For county, goes to the board, then it goes to county, and then it comes to you guys. So for ours, we do have an application, all that good stuff, but that's because of our ordinance.
Okay. Thanks.
Additional questions? Penny?
Tukin,
Yes.
Zumba,
Yes.
Stout,
Yes.
Gumbert,
Yes.
Crump,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Motion to approve appointment carried unanimously. 6.2, resolution 2023-34. Authorizing city administrator to obtain a business credit card.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion by Allen, second by Brooke.
Does the city not have a credit card already?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
You don't want to know.
I can go into additional detail. We were attempting to remove the primary account holder that was on the other one. In doing so, somehow it canceled the entire account.
Oh, okay.
So we had a little bit of a rough week earlier this week. However, to get that reestablished, it was an option of a 72-hour review or a 30-day shutdown and reopen a new account. So at that point, we kind of put our heads together and decided it would be a better option to try to get one from a local bank, preferably, or the local bank the city uses. Just try to get a business credit card through them. So replacement credit card.
Okay.
Any additional questions? Public comment. Benny?
Crump,
Yes.
Smith.
Yes.
Tukin,
Yes.
Stout,
Yes.
Zumba,
Yes.
Gumbert,
Yes.
Motion to approve carried unanimous. 6.3, review and approval. Iowa Department of Transportation pre-construction agreement for primary road project.
I don't have anything major on this one. Again, this probably could be listed under old business as part of the ongoing or extension or adjacent part of the ongoing project. However, this particular agreement is new. This is just for the regrading, the work on 151 due to the intersection that was closed.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion by Rich, second by Allen. Council discussion. Public comment. Penny?
Smith,
Yes.
Tukin,
Yes.
Zumba,
Yes.
Stout,
Yes.
Gumbert,
Yes.
Crump,
Yes.
Motion to approve carried unanimously. 6.4, review and approval. Noise street closure permit for Tucker's Tavern on June 3rd, 2023.
Second.
Motion by Kay, second by Allen. Council discussion. Public comment. Benny?
Crump,
Yes.
Smith, Zumba,
Yes.
Stout,
Yes.
Gumbert,
Yes.
Tukin,
Abstain.
There was 5 individuals voted in favor, 1 abstained, the motion carries. 6.5, review and approval. Motor vehicle purchase agreement in the amount of $39,442 for the 2023 Dodge Durango police vehicle.
Second.
Motion by Kay, second by Allen. Council discussion.
I've included both the agreements in there. This is just for the approval of the newer one. The previous one was approved in December. Our worst fears kind of came to fruition. The dealers recommended that we order, due to the potential delays and the delays we had been experiencing, that we order them both at the same time, which we did. And then we got them both at the same time. And so that was unexpected. We're right in between. I'm going to try to delay as long as possible. I hope to carry it over to next fiscal year. If not, we may have to purchase both this year. I did mention in my memo that we might have to do an amendment, but after doing amendments today, Karen and I were working on those most of the day. We might actually get away with not required to do an event, so, we've been able to save a little money for the police department, we might be able to cover it.
Is this the first one we bought, that we've actually bought? The last couple were leased vehicles. This is gonna be a purchased vehicle, but lease the equipment. Is that
Yes.
the arrangement?
Yeah, and that's kind of I guess it's kind of a misnomer. It is a lease of the hardware, which I know we'll be able to delay that portion. We would do that with Keltec, and they usually work with us pretty good. We do all of our vehicle outfitting through them. But the lease is essentially, it's more of a payment plan, but they do have about $2,000, $3,000 of interest payments, which is why it constitutes a lease. So I'm gonna delay hopefully both of those, but we're gonna try to keep those at least until next fiscal year.
Other council questions? Public comment? Penny?
Tukin,
Yes.
Zumba,
Yes.
Stout,
Yes.
Albert,
Yes.
Crump,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Motion to approve carried unanimously. 6.6, discussion of possible action. Extended display of US flags on downtown poles.
I may need some help on this one. I got asked this week to put this one on there. Said there was some interest in maybe extending the amount of time to put the United States flags up downtown rather than just specific holidays. So just wanted to get this on there and discuss and possibly approve that.
Shane Brown, Streets Department Superintendent. I was approached by 3 or 4 people about why we don't fly the American flags all the time downtown. I believe it's the AMVets or somebody gives us the flags for the time we do hang them. But there's some people that would like to see them all the time. That would be an additional cost to us because we would have to buy the flags where the AMVets or whatever group gives us the flags for the times we do fly them. One year we did fly them a lot longer and they got torn and they're getting pretty expensive to replace. So we're doing like 2 weeks here and 2 weeks there, just to save those. But now people have come to me and asked me they would like to see flags flying. You're up till like December. So, and then we take them down. But, anyway, I just wanted to we wanted to bring it to you because I've had multiple people ask me, why we don't fly the flags. We don't have enough of them to put them on 43 poles. So we would have to purchase them ourselves somehow and fly them. We already maintain them when they're up, so we'd have to go unroll them. And it takes time, but if it brings people to town and they like seeing all the flags, and I know that group came in here and said something about paying $50 for flags. A ton of people are doing that because we had probably 20 or 30 to mark out today. Locates, yeah. So it's up to you guys, what you would like to do. We can purchase flags. I don't really know how much they're gonna cost us, but like I said, we have 43 spots down Main Street.
So the arrangement currently is the AMVets, when they get torn, they buy new ones. They let us have them.
Well,
Do we store them or do they
No.
store them?
they bring them to us when it gets to be Memorial Day or Labor Day. They'll bring them to us like a week or 2 in advance. We put them up and then a week or 2 afterwards, we take them down and they take them back and store them.
How many months would these flags be up?
Well, I would have put them up already. I would probably had them up in 1st April through, I'm thinking the first week in December.
Next question is what's the lifespan of one of these flags?
You know, sometimes around town we get a year out of them, sometimes we do not. Just depends.
Cost of the flag?
I have no idea.
Well, and you wouldn't necessarily have to have them on all 43 locations.
You wouldn't have to, but it wouldn't look right.
It looks nice from there.
Well, I know
does.
it looks nice,
does.
but you could spread them out or limit it to just the downtown section
And not do the down by the post office.
or,
I think there's only 8 there.
Most of them are on Main Street.
Most of them are on Main,
Yeah.
43 or 30 of them are on Main Street at least,
but
30, 32.
don't they go run all the way down to past the courthouse?
No,
Okay,
they stop at Larry's.
at Garnaville.
Yep. Nothing goes past Garnavillo and nothing goes past, I believe it's, no, it's Davis, I think.
Straight,
Davis?
yeah,
Davis.
right after the bank. There isn't a place in town that you still American time. Service by, like they're doing something in the little park. There's no question.
Mhm.
Is it standard size 3x5?
I believe so, yeah.
Can you change out the pole that comes on with the flag, or is it a package deal when they get them new?
The pole is on our lights now.
Stays up?
Yep. They're connected to our light poles. It's also, they would hang right next to our banners. My other thought is maybe we could see if the business owners would like to donate a flag. And we would just take care of them. Like unravel them and put them up. That's a thought. Here again, I just had people come up to me and ask me, and now I'm bringing it to you. We do have a lot of service people here.
I like it.
I do too.
Yeah,
It looks nice.
You said in the past, the AMVets.
I believe it's the AMVets.
Or some, let's just say some entity organization procured them, made them available to us. So there's been no expense to date on the flags.
Right.
I guess I would like to think that we could partner with that group as we move forward. Probably there might be a little bit more discussion to be had. It's ultimately, this is a council decision.
What do they make from? Nylon, polyester, cotton?
Oh, no. They're probably nylon, if I would guess.
The good ones they're a heavy duty nylon.
I know the ones that are clipped on, they take more of a beating than the like newer ones we bought that have the two. I don't know, the two hooks, I guess. These are just like clip hooks. Cause
No, we have,
there used to be downtown signs and they like the holiday signs and they didn't last very long.
we have the appropriate hanging. Like I said, we hang the AMVets for, 4th of July, Labor Day, whatever.
Do you have any contact with, I mean, I know there's AMVets and VFW in town. Do you have any contact that maybe they
I
go
do,
together?
I can talk to the guy that is in charge of the flags and see what they're thinking.
Maybe they would take it and run with it and see if they could coordinate with the other groups like that and see.
Well, I wouldn't even just limit it to those groups, though. You could probably talk to the Rotary clubs and see if anybody would like to contribute. I think it's a great idea.
Chamber of Commerce.
Anybody, yeah.
3x5, some 911 comes up to about $90. I can easily do that money.
Well, and some of those service organizations can get them for a little bit less than you would buy them at a store.
It'd be nice to see it downtown again.
But it'd be like, if they lasted the year, it'd be 500, I call it $500 a year.
That's up to you.
I'm just real rough.
Say that again?
No, that's, no,
Yeah,
no. Erase that. Add a zero.
yeah,
No, like 5,000, yes. So yeah, you'd have to.
Any course of action?
Or do we need to know how much, did you find out how much they'd be and
Each flag.
come back, or do we want to make a decision without knowing how much they are?
Well, I'm sure there's different qualities too. I mean. I move that Shane talks to his person at the embeds and have him maybe check with the others.
Try to put a package together or something.
Yeah. Yeah, they can get something in writing that we could propose and
Sounds good, thank you.
What- Jeff, did you make a motion for that?
Yeah.
Is there a second? Alan? Yeah. Motion by Jeff, second by Alan. To table for more information. Any other discussion? Public comment? Penny?
Trump,
yes.
Smith, Tukin,
Yes.
Zumba,
Yes.
Stout,
yes.
Albert,
Yes.
Motion to table carried unanimously. I look forward to that being on the agenda again. 6.7, discussion and possible action. Downtown parklands.
One of the local businesses requested that we do the parklets again. When you remember the big barricades put in front of the parallel parking downtown. Basically, I just wanted to put this out there to see what everybody's thoughts were on doing this. Currently, we've just had the one reach out, but I'm sure that others may have a thought or opinion one way or the other on wanting to do this again, so I just kind of wanted to talk about this before we said yes to one, if there was anything else that we needed to consider. If we need to establish timeframes again, or I guess what direction everybody would like me to go on this. I did talk to Shane and make sure we still have him if we needed to, so we do and can. Thoughts, I want to approach this.
Well, I know I talked to Beth about the parklets before she left. And part of our discussion centered around that possibly instead of just setting up and giving them that space, having some type of rental agreement. Which then make it I don't know, she thought about having the cost of moving the stones in place and setting them as being the cost of it. I would have done it even for $1. But my thought was if we have it where they're renting it, then their insurance may be a portion or a kick-in if something should occur. Where right now, they really don't have any liability or anything to worry about if we just drop the parklet and somebody's out there and something happens.
You could request to have a copy of their insurance, and when you rent the LCC, you have to provide a copy of your like homeowners or, you know, in their case, business insurance that would show coverage.
Which may not even cover something outside of their,
But
to a certain extent, but that's
them.
that's kind of the intent of the rental agreement is to let them know they are responsible and, you know, have the insurance.
An extra extension on their insurance in order to have an outside
Yeah.
thing, and that has to go through the state.
But does that
All that has to go through the state.
Qualifies as
outside sales?
outside Sales, though,
Yep.
even though it's just a
Yep.
consumption area. That's
Yep.
what I-
Yep.
This is a question for council, because I guess I wasn't paying attention at that point in time, but not all businesses may serve alcohol or certain foods that would require a license like
Right.
that might want to have those outside. So would we have to do it differently for those I mean.
But how
I-
many are you gonna authorize to have it? Every business downtown gets one?
Yeah.
Or is it just pick your 5 favorites and then do it that way? I don't know. It's
It
kind of
was, well, we limited it to 2 on Main Street, 2 off street. And it was kind of a first come, first serve.
But is that fair to everybody though?
Put the names in the hat and draw.
Well, if they come in and make the application, they know about it. If we get a bunch in at one time, then it may be selective. But that's the way it was done the first time.
Right.
Certain businesses would be more advantageous to have it than others too, so. They're gonna want it probably almost every year, so it would, like you say, it could create some tension. We'd have to figure out some fair way to make sure that everybody gets a fair shake on it. And I don't know what that is right now.
I don't know. It wasn't a good situation.
No.
No.
it wasn't.
But,
It wasn't.
and see, that too is, I know like Iowa City, they charge a pretty steep rental for that space. And that might limit some of that people wanting it.
But maybe instead of that, maybe there's a lot of little towns that let you have seating outside your business, kind of temporary fences put up, little iron fences. Looks really nice and it doesn't take up any parking spots and it's adjacent to your business.
Is there space behind businesses that can be used for outdoor?
Have a lot of them.
Not many of them.
It's just we have a hard enough time with parking downtown as it is. Those nodes kind of, or those parklet things kind of.
Yeah.
They
I know when T&D and there was another one on Main Street, they were pretty close that you couldn't. It was almost that they should have been just combined.
Yeah.
And into one big one, but it was pretty close to have a car parked in between them.
Seem to have reached an impasse to some degree.
Is-
Well, it's like most things, the devil is in the details of it. Is this something that council would favor pursuing? Granted, I know you're gonna want details, but is it just something that's a hard no? Or do we try to work through this? With a possibly limited so many per an area?
Do we know of any others?
Well, as of
Towns-
right now, you
towns-
just have
Yeah,
one.
or towns our size that do this. I know Iowa City, but something more our size.
Well, Mount Vernon used to have some.
I was wondering now, you going up the building.
Right.
Wonder if they would be able to
But a
find
lot
out.
of them just use their sidewalks. That's where I
Oh.
see driving through these little towns. It's just their sidewalk. Marion even does it. Just their sidewalks.
And their alley is just.
Yeah.
But yeah, Mount Vernon had one at the corner where that breakfast place used to be. They used to have one there, but I don't know if they've got any more since that closed.
You'd have to only be able to come out like half though, because you'd still have to have like one sidewalk square-ish to,
How many
walk.
parklets do we have?
What's that?
How many parklets do we have? What would you say?
well, just like 3 stones or whatever.
Well, I think the most we had at one time was 5.
5?
I think that was the most we had at one time, but then they started dwindling. Cause I think you had one originally and I don't know, did
I
you have
did
one?
the second time
second
too.
year
It's
too?
just- I don't know, it just takes up so much parking and it's just,
Yeah.
it's an obstacle and
some people, I have a hard time seeing them, and then you don't want to put reflectors there, because then it looks tacky. It's just,
Yeah.
I don't know, it just doesn't make the downtown look very nice. but
Well,
that's
and
just my opinion.
And because of where they're located, a lot of them during the summertime catch a lot of sun
Mhm.
and they're kind
I've
of,
never used one.
the, the Mexican restaurant probably had the best spot because their building blocked them from the sun in the evening.
Mhm.
They were on the side street, not.
Yeah,
And
yep.
so was mine.
Yeah.
So was yours. I still think you could use the alley behind P&D. You might have to do a little refurbishing and.
I believe that's private property, isn't it?
Yeah.
I just don't know that there'd be, aside from this one, much more interest. I don't know.
But if one wants it, then there might be others that want it.
There might
It should
be.
Open to everybody, not just.
We should probably see who's, put feelers out and see who's interested in it. And see what kind of interest is out there. Reese is right, it does take up, we don't have a lot of parking downtown.
Well, I know that it caused some people to be upset because it was kind of blocking the front of their buildings or close to their entrances, and so it did create some heartache for some business owners downtown.
Yeah.
I guess at this point in time, I would be okay not having parklets. And I'll make a motion to not do parklets.
I'll second that if I get one of those stones to put on what that darn coffin they put in the corner of my yard when they run the wiring through there. I'll second it. But I want the stone.
Motion by Rich to disregard parklets. Motion by Alan without stipulations.
Boy.
Council discussion.
I don't think it. We're so short on parking, I don't see it beneficial. As a consumer, not as an owner.
Only had to we redid, which makes sense, that parking, by T&D, but that it works better for the handicap, but it took away another spot there.
Any other comments, council? Public comments on this subject item. Penny, would you conduct a roll vote?
Schellenberg,
Yes.
Stout,
Yes.
Crump,
Yes.
Smith, Tukin,
Yes.
Brumbaugh,
Yes.
Motion to not allow parklets carried unanimously. 6.8, discussion of possible action. Setting the date of May 22nd, 2023 to hold a work session during the regular council meeting to discuss TIF.
Move to approve.
Second.
Jeff, second by Alan. Council discussion.
Will the work session be before the meeting or after?
I can put it wherever you'd like, I guess. Just looking for some direction, and if there's anything specific that you want me to do before now and then. As I stated, we did an application in, or at least a request. So I want to try to get this at least on the forefront of our thoughts as we move forward. So if there's anything specifically you want me to do or bring or prepare, and we can talk about it before or after, or I guess in the middle too, if we really want to.
I just wondered.
Okay.
Other questions? Public comment? Benny?
Stout,
Yes.
Schellenberg,
Yes.
Crump,
Yes.
Smith,
Yes.
Tukin,
Yes.
Zumba,
Yes.
Motion set work session carried unanimously. 6.9, review and approval, current bills.
Move to approve.
Second.
Motion by Alan, second by Rich. Also have any questions on the bills that were submitted? Public comment? Benny?
Smith,
Yes.
Crump,
Yes.
Schellenberg,
Yes.
Stout,
Yes.
Zumba,
Yes.
Tukin,
Yes.
Motion to approve bill payment carried unanimously. 7.0, city administrators report.
Just a few things. We're gonna need to schedule a couple of special sessions to finalize the budget coming up here. We're gonna try to get with all the council, make sure we can get a quorum for these just to move forward. I'm hoping to do maybe one of them just Zoom, if everybody's okay with that, or it's just gonna be scheduling future meetings. So I guess I don't want to get everybody all dressed up and out. When all we're looking is just a vote to set a date. But if anybody does have an issue with that, we can always meet as well. We had a lot of website issues earlier. The domain name for anamosa-ia.org was purchased over 5 years ago, or roughly 5 years ago. And the two-factor authentication created a whole bunch of problems, and I wasn't a primary user on that account. So they shut us down, so we were down for a weekend and a few days, and that is what brought us to the credit card issue. We tried to use that to get up to date, which wasn't available. We had a couple other spoofing or spam virus type issues come up earlier this week as well. No big issues there, but everybody thought the mayor was reaching out to them. That was not the case. I don't think that was the case.
No, it was not.
And then I think this is already out there, but the Dillon Military Bridge did lose additional stones. So I had to contact a few people and try to get this process expedited and figure out what we're going to do next. So that is coming down the pipe.
Do you have any idea when you're looking to do the special sections?
The 11th,
Thursday.
yes, the 11th and the 22nd, I believe. All
The
my days are just running together right now.
Thursday, this Thursday, the 11th, that is the one that we can do Zoom, because that will just be setting the public hearing for the
Okay.
budget amendment approvals. The next date would be either the 29th, Monday, the 29th. That is the Memorial Day holiday weekend, however, or Tuesday, the 30th.
And all of them right on opportunity.
Probably not the one on the 29th or 30th, but that would be up to
Right. We
you
could,
guys
it
and
just-
Jeremiah.
We typically hadn't in the past for just the budget work session, but we can.
And that one would actually be the actual public hearing. So I think we should do that one in person. In my opinion, but that would be up to you. The Thursday one, we could do Zoom, that's just setting that date.
Okay, but
For the public
29th
hearing.
and the 30th, even though you had a public meeting, I can do some. Okay.
What day of the week is the 29th?
That's a Monday.
That's Memorial Day.
That would actually
Memorial
be
Day.
Memorial Day.
Yes, it is.
If we can do Tuesday, the 30th,
That would be
that
better.
be preferred, because City Hall's closed too, right?
Oh, I'm not even-
Tuesday, the 30th at 6 PM here.
So Tuesday, the 30th is not available, the library is not available
Oh.
that night. But we can certainly have it at City Hall,
The 30th at City Hall.
the 30th at City Hall. Unless you guys do want to do it Zoom, that would be your decision.
City Hall would be fun. send an email to Walter, yeah, but I don't-
We will, absolutely.
Also have any questions for Jeremiah? Thanks for that report. 8.0 Mayor and Council reports, 8.1 Mayor's report. I have none. 8.2 Council reports. Hearing none. 9.0 Public comment for items not on the agenda. If you would approach the podium, state your name and address.
Yes, my name is Jeff Mathewson. I live at 1109 East First. I've been here at that corner for over 20 years now. And at the corner of First and Hamilton, the storm sewer is on First Street. So in the winter, you know, if we have snow and it thaws and freezes, the water runs down Hamilton Street, has to go around the corner to get to the storm sewer. The problem is the storm sewer is higher than First Street. So what happens on that corner, I've taken pictures, I've complained about this for many, many times. I took pictures down to City Hall. There is, when we have a thaw, you know, the sidewalk slopes down, you've got that little bump things they put in there. The ice was halfway up that and 6 feet out into the street, solid ice. I've complained about it year after year. One year I spent $150 on salt trying to keep that clear. And I cannot get anybody to fix it. It just seems, you know, is the city gonna wait till some boy crossing the school there falls and breaks his head open, they sue the city? Now, I've been told that they're supposed to redo the street sometime, and I don't know if that's gonna be done this year or 20 years from now. But that corner needs to be taken care of.
Well, unfortunately, with it not being on the agenda, the council can not take any action. But we certainly appreciate you bringing it before council.
Okay. What do we need to do?
I know you've been patient over 20 years. Could you be patient for a little bit longer?
I understand they're supposed to be redoing Hamilton Street. Is that gonna be done this year, do you know? I know at the corner of Third and Hamilton, or on Third Street, they did redo some water lines, sewer lines. And I was told one time they were waiting for the one neighbor there to have his water line changed. Well, something's been done in that block in the last couple of weeks. But I just wonder, you know, they've never finished it. And I would just like to know, when are they gonna fix the street? When are they gonna fix that sewer line?
I would not anticipate Hamilton being redone anytime soon.
Anytime soon?
Anytime soon.
Well, they told me a year ago that it would be done as soon as that guy fixed his water line.
The indication I'm getting is that it's not gonna be anytime soon.
Didn't the circle just get redone, re-blacktopped?
Pardon me?
Didn't the circle going up, at least part of that's been re-blacktopped in the last
Well,
week?
yeah, down the circle part, yeah, but nothing else has been done. And, well, like I said, the storm sewer is on First Street, not Hamilton. And the problem is the storm sewer is higher than First Street, and you've got every winter, it's solid ice out there. Luckily, nobody's fallen and gotten hurt yet, but yeah, I've seen it. I've seen 6, 8 feet out into the street, solid ice, and 6 feet up onto the sidewalk, solid ice. And I said one year, I went to the city to get salt, and they told me I couldn't use it. I spent $150 on salt that one year trying to keep it clean, and I decided I'm not doing that anymore. something needs to be done. Okay,
From a city standpoint, we appreciate your efforts in the past. And we appreciate you bringing this before us.
yeah, is there any more I can do?
Let's just be patient.
I've been trying to be patient for 20 years.
You have to understand, is we cannot take any action this evening because it's not an agenda item. We can't instruct someone to go look at it. I would anticipate that might happen though. But we cannot give that direction because this is not an agenda item.
What do I need to do?
Be patient.
I've been trying to be patient for 20-some years.
Again, thanks for coming this evening. Anyone else have any public comment? Jane, do you have any public comment at all? Okay. Hearing none. 10.0 adjournment. This evening's meeting is adjourned.